In this video, we're going to be comparing the biomechanical similarities of movement and technique between tennis and baseball.
Here is a perfect example of a tennis forehand. There's an anterior view of it by someone who looks pretty high level here. Here we'll get a posterior view and a lot of rotational movement, a lot of transverse plane rotational movement, explosiveness, power, definitely an anaerobic movement from what we see here. Michael Connor, remember the exercise science program, was nice enough to help me out here. He played baseball for most of his life. Here's an anterior view of a baseball swing. Here's a lateral view of it, and we'll see a posterior view in here in just a second. But all in all, what we're seeing here, they both share the transverse plane. They're both moving rotationally. They're both twisting their hips very quickly and generating a lot of power, a lot of speed. Here is something that also mimics the tennis forehand, but this is actually a pitch. It's a modified pitch that Michael told me about. It's not a traditional pitch. This one is a lateral pitch from what he told me. It's after the ball's caught and trying to throw it to get the other player out. Again, just a lot of heavy hip rotation here. Right there. Now this is the tennis serve. Unlike the tennis forehand, we got some shoulder flexion and elbow extension going on here. A lot more explosive, even to the point with the harder serves, they actually come off of the ground. These serves are a little bit more lackadaisical. The first clip really showed the explosiveness and power and more the anaerobic capacity movement. And what's very similar to that is this baseball pitch. This is the traditional baseball pitch, as Michael explained to me. Very heavy, a lot of explosive movement, so much so that he actually has to reset. That's the anterior view. Here we get the lateral view, and after this, you'll get the posterior view. But this really does show the similarities of movement and how cross-training in baseball could assist in tennis. The movements are very similar. The same muscle groups are being called upon to generate this power, and the exercises are very similar.